This is Roger with Real Kinetics in Tucson, Arizona. We're selling this truck. It's a 2004 Ford F250 four-door extra cab. Ford calls it a super cab. It's an XLT, meaning cloth. It's four-wheel drive, and it's a 6.0 turbo diesel. It's being sold on a salvage title due to theft. It has 199,000 miles. It looks great. Tires are probably 30–40% tread, maybe a little more than that, maybe 50% tread. We had to put a steering stabilizer strut on it, I believe, and a detail, and that's about, oh, a starter. Needed a starter. Starter was bad. And that's about it. Whoever owned it took really good care of it. It came from an insurance company in Houston. People are complaining about not hearing them run, so I have it running right now. The front tires are brand new now that I'm looking at them. The front tires are brand new. Holy smokes. I didn't think they were that nice. Little chip here, a couple little rock chips. Top the bumper. You got some peeling chrome here. That's pretty common. It looks to me like the driver front tire is brand new. The passenger front tire looks like it's probably 80%. They're all BFG all-terrains. The rear tires look like they're about, gosh, 50%. How do you like that? That would be an 08, 09 tailgate that it came with, which means that it probably had a louvered tailgate, and for some reason, somehow it ended up with a late model tailgate on it. I'd be glad to buy a louvered tailgate. I can buy louvered tailgates for $170 on autopartwarehouse.com and trade you out of this thing, because I'm sure someday I'm going to need a white late model tailgate. So if you want a louvered tailgate, I'd be glad to buy one and switch them. Tow package. Let's look at the undercarriage here. So you got a 6-inch lift. It's a good looking truck. Driver rear tire is kind of like the passenger rear. It looks like it's about 50% tread. I'm guessing the spare probably went on the driver front. I see a couple little dings. One right here. Wow, it's pretty straight. This fender looks like it's been off. It's got the Ford emblem. It's got a bunch of nicks right here. I'm not sure what that's all about. The fender looks good. It looks like factory paint. I'm not sure what that's all about. Unless someone just took it off to do so. I'm not sure why. Looks all right to me. There's the Ford emblem right here, so that's the original core support. Here's the Ford emblem right here. That's the original core support on the driver's side. There's your Ford emblem there. good looking truck and it runs good. Let's take a look underneath real quick. Look, whoever took care of this truck, I'd like them taking care of my truck. Did a pretty good job. It's got some rips in the window tinting back here. And obviously, with 190,000 miles, there's a little stain right here. It's not perfect, but golly, not sure. Oh, that's a little indentation. They had some sort of they had something screwed in here, like a box or something, maybe a cup holder or something. That's what those marks are, right here, 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 and right there. All right. They stole the lens and the light, which they do a lot of times when they're stealing trucks or any kind of vehicle to make the light go away. You can buy those online pretty cheap, 10 bucks maybe. Yeah, see, they took the lenses out of here too. They didn't want to be caught. This thing's definitely come off because they tried to glue this thing on. That's another thing. That's a Ford thing for sure. They like to come up and never go down again. So they tried to glue it down. Seat's in fairly good shape. I see we did a little repair right here. Looks like we might have done a repair right here too. Alright, let me crawl into this thing. Yeah! God. I'll tell you one thing I'd recommend is a step, because that's ridiculous. Alright. Put on my seatbelt. I'll tell you one thing, the air conditioning is working awesome in here. Holy cow, feels good. Believe it or not, it's early November, and it was probably 90 today in Tucson. Dry as a bone. I know you guys on the East Coast don't want to hear that. I don't blame you. I'd probably be telling me to shut up right about now, too. So I will. They stole the radio, but they were nice. Instead of cutting the wires like they usually do, they left the plug and the antenna. So really, that's about a $50 problem if you just want to buy a Ford radio. Here's your cup holder. Air works on all the settings. Let's see. Let's look in here. 199,781 miles. Let's see if I can get you out of the sun there. We've had this thing running for, I don't know, half an hour or so. It's running very cool. There's no leaks. There's your tow, on and off. There you go. We have cruise. We have tilt. That works. Let's try the windows. There's a window. Let's try that window. That window works fine. Now to try the four-wheel drive. Let's put it in neutral. Let's go to 4-low. There's four-wheel drive. Let's go. That's definitely 4-low. A lot of torque. Let's put it in reverse. That's reverse. Duh. You gotta put it in reverse to have it in reverse. That's reverse. Let me do that again. Drive. Put it in reverse. Boom. Okay. Yeah, that would be me not knowing how to drive. If you notice, it's a little offset on the numbers. You know how Ford linkage gets? I thought it was in reverse, but it wasn't, because that's reverse. See? And that is neutral. There's neutral, and there is drive. Neutral is drive. That's, anyone who knows Fords knows what I'm talking about there. So now we're in neutral, put it in 4 high, 4 high, put it in drive. That's a linkage issue. Cable that goes from the shifter to the column, and they all do that. They all stretch a little bit. Alright, that worked. Now we'll go to 2-wheel drive. We'll go take a drive. Okay, let me turn the air down a little bit. Because it's on a salvage title, if you want to come to Tucson and drive it home, we have to get the title restored. From salvage title to restored salvage, we take it to the cops here in Tucson. We get there at 6 in the morning. We charge $200 to do that. 50 goes to the state, 150 goes to us. Why so much? Because some days we have to sit with the car all day. They don't let you just drop it off. Sometimes it's 15 minutes, sometimes it's 10 hours. And so it kind of evens out. Lately we've been kind of lucky, but last month we were there all day, every day. And nobody wants to do that. We tie up a guy all day, it sucks. So you got to get the title restored. That way you can get plates and you can get insurance. On a salvage title, you cannot. So obviously you need a plate to drive it home. So that's $200. $250 for dock fees. And then we have taxes. Taxes are 2% here in Tucson for the city sales tax, plus whatever your state tax rate is. If you're in Alaska or Oregon or a couple other states that have 0% tax rates, you will pay 2% tax, which is our city tax rate, and that's it. Plus the $250 dock fee, plus the $200 to restore it, so you can drive it home. If you're like, say for instance, from Arizona, Arizona is 7.1% state tax rate, plus our 2% city tax rate, so you're going to pay a total of 9.1% tax, $250 dock fee, and $200 to restore the title. Now, if you want to pay by wire and ship, which most of our people do, especially when they're not a bordering state, all you have to do is pay by wire, ship it out. You arrange the shipping. We have a suggested shipper in our ad, Fred at Beacon Shipping Logistics. Give him a call. We will mail you the title. The only question is whether or not you want us to restore the title before we send it to you. If you do, add $200 to the total. If not, just the agreed upon price and we're done. Just make sure that if you are going to restore it yourself, you can do so with the salvage title, Arizona salvage title we're giving you, the bill of sale, and the truck itself, because that's all the documentation we can give you. So check with your motor vehicles first. All right? Last note is please make sure that you have a deposit in. No deposit, no deal. We can agree on a price, but if we don't have a deposit, we will sell it to whoever brings the deposit first. All right? Let me stop here. I'm going to do a little turbo check from 0. See how fast it takes to get, what, 8,000 or 9,000 pounds running. Okay, like a champion. Man, that thing works good. Now, it is a big truck, it is lifted, and if you own Fords, you know that they get worn bushings, and they get a looser steering box, etc. This is no different than that. It's got a little bit of play. See what I'm doing here? A little bit of play, but it's pretty tight. Actually, for $199, it's very tight. I was in one with 120 today that was all over the place, and this is not all over the place. But because it's lifted, it is pretty stiff. Anyway, please check it out. It'll be a very fair price, and thank you very much.